Everyone is taught as a child to save money, but let's be real. It's very hard to become extremely wealthy with just saving money. Whether you become wealthy with actual investments or selling a business, all of these things require investing in some capacity to really be able to cash out with all this wealth at the end of the day. CNBC came out with this article covering two very prominent entrepreneurs that I really look up to. They're two of my favorite entrepreneurs actually, and they are Barbara Corcoran, real estate mogul I guess you could say, and Grant Cardone, who is also a real estate mogul I guess you could say. He started off in sales and really just blew up in commercial real estate over the past 10 years. But it is interesting because both of these entrepreneurs that they're covering have something in common, and it's real estate. Now, we're also going to link up this article in the description so you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. Now, there's something that is brought up in this article that I absolutely love. This might piss off some people in the comments because it kind of goes against a very popular saying. You know the saying, cash is king. Well, how about this? Cash is not king, cash flow is king. If you think about it, it makes so much sense. Now, this isn't talked about in the article, but anyone who actually knows Grant Cardone and follows his content a lot, he says this one line, which I think is absolutely hilarious. And he says cash is trash sometimes. Now, before you go leaving like a crazy comment or something, hold on for a second. Think about it. Cash is trash. Why is he saying that? He's saying that because if you just have a bunch of cash, say you even have $100,000 and you put that $100,000 in a savings account because you're like, great, I made $100,000. I'm just going to save it for when I need it. Now, years go on, 10 years go on, 20 years go on, and you just have that $100,000 in a savings account. That money isn't growing. It's not really doing anything for you. It's literally just sitting there as a safety net. But here's the problem. As inflation goes up, that $100,000, what it was worth at the time that you made it, it's no longer worth that same amount in that day and age. Yes, it's $100,000, but what can you get with $100,000 now versus what you could have got then? This kind of makes sense. Cash is trash. It's really what cash can do for you. And this is why cash flow is king. It does really make so much sense. So this is the problem with so many businesses in today's day and age. You've probably heard of so many businesses out there who are valued at these crazy high numbers, which is great. It's amazing to get so much press attention and awareness over a business that is valued at this amount. But at the same time, a lot of these businesses do not have the cash flow. And you probably can think of exactly some of the businesses that I'm thinking of right now. So Barbara Corcoran shared that there were actually 5 separate times that she almost went bankrupt in her business. And I don't know about you, but that sounds terrifying. There's definitely been ups and downs in my business journey. Going bankrupt almost 5 times is absolutely scary. But at the end of the day, she got through it. And Cardone shares in this article, and he talks about this a lot in general, that his parents were so afraid to invest money because they were afraid of losing it. But just like in that example that I was telling you about with the savings account, they were kind of losing money every single day if you think about it in that way. Now, Cardone is a huge believer in leverage. He does preach commercial investing only and isn't really a big believer in small residential investing, which I'm a little bit against because it's kind of a catch-22 of how you can get into commercial investing. Everyone needs to start somewhere. I do believe that every investor who wants to have a huge investing career and a huge portfolio should pivot to commercial at some point, but it's hard to start there. What does all this mean for you? Don't be afraid to take risks when you're getting started in this industry. I know it's hard. Trust me, it's very scary. But if you keep going long enough and keep putting yourself out there, you will find a way to make all those scary risks worth it. When I first started my business, it was really hard for me to get over the mindset of saving and start spending money on my business. I couldn't get over the fact that I was going to have to use debt to get ahead. But once I did get over that, everything started to change. Honestly, looking back, I can't believe how many years I wasted with the wrong mindset. And if there's one thing I could go back and change, it would be that. But at the same time, it did make me the person I am today. Now, I would love to know in the comments, are you a natural saver or a natural spender? As always, I just love hearing from you guys.